Matt's garage. Well, actually, it's not my garage, but it's a subscriber's garage, and he's got the 66 Plymouth Fury 3, and he's got a very sweet FiTech unit on it. The problem is, Plymouths are a little unique. They don't have a single circuit that's hot in both run and crank. So we're gonna troubleshoot this and figure out how to get this thing running. All right, so we got a 383 Mopar engine here. It's been rebuilt. You see the FiTech in that pretty gold color. He's got most of the wiring done, and he's got he's got the surge tank here on the side, so it feeds with a regular fuel pump into the surge tank, and then the surge tank has a fuel injection style fuel pump that's controlled by the FiTech. And that's the reason why we need to do this 12 volts in run and crank, because the power wire, which is the white wire on all the FiTechs, needs to be supplying fuel both while you're cranking and as soon as the engine turns on, obviously. Otherwise, you know, if it's only in run, you'll never get it to turn over, and if it's only in crank, it'll turn over and then die as soon as you go to run mode. So let me point you to the corner of the firewall here. The key to this installation is this ballast resistor. So this ballast resistor has blue ballast resistor. Ballast, say that 4 times fast. Ballast resistor has a blue and a brown wire going out, and I think a blue wire going in from the ignition. So one side, both sides are 12 feeding, but this side goes in 12 and comes out 9, and that side goes in 12 and come out 12 because they share a terminal. So somewhere here is the secret. I just need to think about how to wire it to get it to work. In order to do the circuit testing, I'm going to unhook the exciter for the starter motor so I can put it in run and crank without anything actually happening. It makes it easy to check. So I'll get the multimeter out, and we'll try to find the circuits that are candidates, and then we'll do the relay wiring. On the Mopars, this is the starter solenoid here, but couldn't really get this terminal off, so we just took it off of the starter so that we could put it in run and crank. Then we went to the ballast resistor. This side is hot in run and crank. That side is hot in crank only. So we're using this side. I've got a little jumper I'm making that's going to my relay, and we tested it out, and there's enough voltage on that side to hold the relay open in both crank and run. So this is just a test wiring. That's why it's kind of ugly, but all I have left is to hook the hot up to the battery. I got the ground sort of just temporary in there. I'm going to do a hot from here to the relay, and then the white wire from the FiTech, and then we're going to give it a shot. Now the FiTech instructions, you basically don't want your fuel pump to run dry, so we're just filling this sump up using the mechanical pump, and then once we get a register on this gauge here that there's some fuel in there, then we'll hook this wire up. It wouldn't work anyway because that relay is necessary for this to work, but we're just being cautious. So then we'll hook this up, then I'll hook the relay up to the battery, and then we're going to give it a try. I'm going to go ahead and connect this orange wire to the positive. Really nice hardware on this command center, actually. It's got a very nice machine feel to it. Again, sorry for the lawnmower, you know. It's Friday at 1 p.m. so you got to get that lawn mowed before the weekend gets going. So I'm gonna hook this positive wire up to here. That should charge the relay. Make sure I'm not letting the smoke out. Give it a run. Yeah, it's making noise. Crank it. All right, so it's working. You can hear the fuel pump working. So we're just gonna do the quick setup on the ECU and save it, and then hopefully it'll work. All right, the initial setup was super quick. You just went with the default settings, but we've got a fuel leak here. The pressure gauge isn't seated fully, so my subscriber's just going to grab a wrench so we can tighten that down a bit. We tighten this down as much as we can. It's in an awkward spot to try to tighten this gauge down, and it's still weeping a little bit, but it's not really leaking out like it was. I'll watch it when we put pressure on it and see how bad it is. But I kind of just want to get the thing to fire. At least then we know we've got the electrical figured out, and then my subscriber can take his time chasing this leak down. They say don't put thread tape on it, I mean, I think some PTFE rated sealant might not be a bad idea. But anyway, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Give her some love.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Boom. You got scared there, didn't you?
Yeah, a little.
Go ahead. It's trying to start. It's not leaking too bad.
Okay, here we go.
It's backfiring a little bit, but give it a shot. Yeah. Boom, baby. I love it. I love getting motors to start. Boom. I just want to show the wiring in its final state. So you got the positive terminal fused, protected. Then it goes to the 30. And then the 87 goes to the white for the FiTech. And I've got, I spliced in that blue is the trigger on the 85, and then the 86 is the ground. So pretty clean. Obviously needs to lume it up, but it's pretty clean just sitting on a fender bolt there, grounding to the fender bolt. So I think it's gonna work pretty good. All right, let's see if we get lucky twice.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, battery. We need battery. Yeah, it's on 60.
Wow, that's fast.
Oh, it's like instant. Go for it.
Here we go.
Again. All right, we're gonna clean up some wires, but that's it for Matt's Garage. I'll see you next time.